Lord's four-handed form, and then he said, "Okay, Lord, can you please show me?" So Lord is replying. Lord is telling. So in one verse we have already seen 47. We saw yesterday. We'll see the second verse to what Lord is saying to Arjuna's request. So Lord says, "Na veda yajna dhyanena danai na chakriyabhirna tapobhirugrai evam rupa shakya aham loke drashtum twadanyena kuru pravira." Yes, please, Sujata Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. O best of the Kuru warriors, no one before you has ever seen this universal form of mine, for neither by studying the Vedas, nor by performing sacrifices, nor by charity, nor by pious activities, nor by severe penances can I be seen in this form in the material world. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So what is Lord saying? Tvat anyena kuru pravira. Tvat anyena, best of Kuru warriors, O Arjuna, no one, Tvanan yena kuru pravira, no one before you has ever seen this form. Anyena means any other person. Tvat means other than you. Anyena means no other person has seen. O Kuru Pravira, O best of Kurus, he's saying. So Lord is now going to list lots of different activities that people do to be able to see the Lord's form. But can they? No, they cannot. Can people see a universal form? Lord says they cannot. Even by doing na veda yajna, never by sacrifice, he says. Na veda yajna. Then next one he says, adhyayanai, means by even studying Vedas and all Vedic studies, whatever they may be studying. Can they see the Lord? No. Na veda yajna, by sacrifice, can they see Lord? No. Na dane, never by charity. If they give charity, can they see the universal form of Lord or Lord? No. Nacha kriyabhir, never also by doing all pious activities. Oh, I'm doing very pious activities. Can they see Lord? Lord says no. Nacha natapobhi ugrai, even by doing severe austerities, severe tapasya, can they see the Lord? Lord says no. Evam rupa shakya aham ruloke drashtum, he says. In this form, I cannot be seen in this material world. Nriloke. Nriloke means this lokam. In this material world, he says he cannot be seen in this material world. So very clearly he has said that he cannot be seen. So by doing austerities, by doing different activities, he's telling, oh Arjuna, you know what? People cannot see me. And then he is emphasizing also, but you are able to see that. Right? So what all did he say? He spoke about different things, right? He said first, study of these scriptures, which talks about sacrifices. Second, he said adhyay, study of Vedic scriptures. Third, he said dane, which is charity. Fourth, he said kriyabhi, means by doing pious activities. Fifth, he said tapobhi ugrai, means severe puja, severe penances, severe austerities. By doing all these activities, they cannot see the Lord. So he is a repetition of few sets of words, which Krishna is actually doing again and again. Again and again, he is saying that apart from you, O Arjuna, no one can see me. You are the only one. You are the only one who has seen this form. You are the fortunate one. Why do you, want to see my Chaturbhuja Rupa or my, two-handed form? So this is the emphasis that Krishna is giving here. Also, another thing is that na word is used. Na Veda Yajna, na Dhyana Dane, na Chakriyabhir, na Tapobhirugra. Everywhere na means not. And na is actually emphasizing that the impossibility of anybody getting Lord's divine darshan, of that universal form, especially who? Especially people on this planet. Nriloke. Krishna is very clearly stating, Nriloke, people. Nri means human, Loke means the planet. So where the humans reside. So material planet. They cannot see. Human beings cannot see, he says. Same in the same line. Again, Krishna is indirectly saying, human beings cannot see, but you can see. You are also a human being only here in this loka right now, but you are able to see me. How fortunate you are. So many things are hidden in this particular shloka. So when Krishna is saying people cannot see, so there is a meaning that can be derived very nicely that different Vaishnava acharyas have written that, devatas who are there, who have got a divine celestial vision, who are on the other planet, not on this Nirloke, different planet, they can actually see. So along with Arjuna, we saw that Krishna has given divine division to Devi Devatas also. They were able to see the universal form. So in this way, we can understand that those people who are having those divine celestial eyes, they could actually see the universal form of the Lord. So who are the ones who will have the divine celestial eyes? Srila Prabhupada says, Devi Devatas. Devi Devatas, the demigods. So divinity has to be there to be able to see the universal form. So what is the definition of demigods? It is given in the purport, Lord Srila Prabhupada is given, Vishnu Bhakta Smrito Devai. So Vishnu Bhakta, you have to be a devotee of Lord Vishnu. They are who? Demigods. So Smrito Devai, the devas who keep doing the smriti of Lord Vishnu, they are the ones, not the devotees, not the ones who are not the devotees or who are atheistic, says Srila Prabhupada. Sri Krishna now has declared, that no amount of self-effort, you cannot put your self-effort by studying Vedas or by performing of lot of yajnas and all we are doing. Oh, I will want to give lot of charity, then I will see God, or I will, do a lot of fasting, but there is no devotion there, right? Today is Ekadashi. We may do a lot of fasting, but we don't have any bhakti there. We are doing a lot of charity today, but we have no bhakti there. We are doing a lot of puja today, but there is no bhakti there. Then Lord says, it's not enough. Only and only by divine grace it is possible, says Krishna. That is what he has been repeating in Vedas over and over again. Without Lord's grace, nobody can see him. Logic is very straightforward. What we are, the body is made up of physical matter. We have the whole thing is physical, whole thing is material. We have material eyes. Supreme Lord is not material. He is divine. To see a divine thing, you need to have some divinity in you. You need to have a divine vision, or you need to have a divine body, or your material body should be made of divinity. Nothing is there. So that is why we need God's grace. But if God gives us the grace, then what will He do? He will add that grace on the soul. And that's when we will be able to see Him internally. We will be able to see God. So after saying this, Krishna is going to display His beautiful form slowly and steadily. So what he says, माते व्यथा च विमूढभावो दृष्ट्वा रूपं घोरमीदृङ्गमेदं व्यपेतभिः प्रीतमनः पुनस्त्वं तदेव मे रूपम् इदं प्रपश्य. Yes, please. Shilpa Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji Pranam. You have been perturbed and bewildered by seeing this horrible feature of mine. Now let it be finished. My devotee, be free again from all disturbances. With a peaceful mind, you can now see the form you desire. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So on the request of Arjuna, that please remove this universal form of yours. Please show me your original four-handed or original two-handed form or your original four-handed form. So Krishna heard this request. Now Krishna is speaking. Krishna is acknowledging that, oh, yeah, I understand, Arjuna, what you want. He says, one such was that is where Krishna is giving solace to Arjuna in this shloka. So what is he trying to say? A lot of love for his devotee Lord Krishna has. So that is why he says, Mate Vyatha. Don't be in a Vyathit condition. Don't be in a troubled condition, Arjuna. Don't be so disturbed, okay? It's okay. Mache Vimoda Bhava. Don't let it, confuse you. Don't let it, bewilder you. Vimudha means don't let it get into your head, oh, what is happening, right? So Drishtva Rupam, Aghoram, Ghoram, it's a very Ghora, horrible form. Adrik mama idam, my horrible form, by seeing this horrible form, don't get disturbed. So this is the universal form that Lord is talking about. And he says, Vyapeta bhif, prita mana punah form. So, Vyapeta bhi, oh Arjuna, just get out of this fear, whatever fear mode you are in, and just puna again, bring your man, that mind, in preeti condition, peaceful condition. Don't get so scared. Get out of this Vyapeta bhi, that bhaya, get out of it and get your mind to be in a prita condition, peaceful condition. And then he says, Tat eva me rupam idam prapashya. And you know what? Just see my form. Whatever you desire to see. Whatever you desire to see, Arjuna. Now you wanted universal form, I showed you. Now you want to see my other form, I will show you. Very nice and very kind of Lord. When Arjuna said, I want to see your universal form which pervades the entire creation, Krishna said, fine. Arjuna is saying, oh, please close this, remove this universal form, show me your four-handed Rupa. Krishna says, okay, why not? I will do it. And immediately, I will manifest into that beautiful form. So here we can see how Krishna is Bhaktavatsala. In this shloka, we can see is very kind, very merciful. Provided there is a condition, we need to be his devotees. He will do anything for his devotees to satisfy his devotees in many, many ways. What about devotees? His pure devotees, how do they deal with the Lord? Even when they don't, take a step ahead, behind, one step behind, they are always ahead. They are not saying, okay, मैं एक step पीछे ले लेता हूँ. They are always ahead. They want to please the Lord. They want to serve the Lord. They want to give pleasure to the Lord. They are ready to do anything 24/7, 365 days, or they are ready to lay down their lives. And Lord is like, I'm so indebted to you. Lord is like, I want to do something for you. And whenever devotee asks, anything to the Lord, Lord is like very eager. What do you want? Tell me, what do you want? I will do it. I will do it for you. Like Mother Yashoda, she used to give so much love to Krishna, so much love. Her heart and soul was Krishna. Nand Maharaj, his heart and soul was Krishna. He was the darling of Vrindavan, right? So Krishna was the darling of Vrindavan. They would love him so much to bits. And Krishna would always search, what can I do for them? They are so loving. And as soon as, like Maya Yashoda would say to baby Krishna who was struggling to walk, can you bring that vessel of mine from the kitchen? And the vessel would be so heavy for that baby Krishna. He is very difficult, with a great difficulty, is able to balance himself while walking. What about picking up the vessel? So heavy. But he would still do it because he wants to please his devotee. The devotee loves him so much, right? But obviously, the small hands and small form only killed Putana. That's a different thing. But still, in the past times, he goes with a lot of effort. He tries lift the vessel, then it falls. Then he tries to lift it again falls. Then again, anyway, he would drag it to his mother. When Nand Maharaj would say, "Okay, bring my footwear," he would go. He would bring the footwear. Footwear will be so heavy, Dwapar Yuga people, they were so tall. They are those personalities we are talking about. So Krishna would lift, somehow place it on his head, and then somehow he would walk. At times he would fall down also, but still would get up, go again, walk until he would reach the lotus feet of Nand Maharaj and offer the padukas to him. Why will Krishna not do all this? Why will he not do this? His devotees love him so much. His devotees are ready to do anything for him, anything and everything. Arjuna was ready to do anything for Krishna. Krishna was asleep. Arjuna and Duryodhana had gone to him, right, to seek Krishna's help. Duryodhana sat at the head of the bed while Arjuna sat at the foot of the bed. And when Krishna opened his eyes, he obviously saw Arjuna first. So he asked Arjuna, what do you want? Now Krishna understood they have come for something. So he said, see, I know what you want. What do you want? I'll be giving you two choices, two options. Choose one. Other one, I'll give it to Duryodhana. I have my armies to offer. And I can offer myself, but not as a warrior. So either you take my Narayani Sena or you can choose me. But Narayani Sena would actually help you in the battle. But I will not be able to help you much because I have taken a vow that I will not lift any weapon in this battle of Kurukshetra. So because, see, everybody is my relative over here, I cannot do it. Arjuna chose Krishna. Without a second thought, he chose Krishna. While Duryodhan was very happy, oh my God, thank God Arjuna took Krishna and not the Narayani Sena. He was, chalo, acha ho gaya. Krishna, chalo, theek hai. Send that Narayani army as soon as possible, okay? And he did his pranams and he left. And at that time, very intimate kind of conversation took place between Arjuna and Krishna and his devotee, Arjuna. And whereas, Arjuna asked, Yudhishthir sent you for to get the Narayani Sena, right? But what happened? Why did you seek me? I'm not anyway going to do anything for you. What will you do with me, Arjuna? So Arjuna is like, such a great devotee. He said, I have the confidence. Krishna, you know what? If you are there with me, what to talk about this Kurukshetra war? I will be able to defeat any and every and great personalities of this entire universe. I don't want anything else apart from you. You just be with me. That's it. This is the mode of devotee. When Lord is saying, I will not do anything for you, still devotee is like, no, 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 you know what? I still want you only in this way. So when a devotee surrenders his life and soul at the lotus feet of Krishna, why will Krishna not reciprocate? This is the lesson we are learning from this shloka. That day, Krishna took a vow. He said, because you have chosen me, I will make sure that I will protect you throughout the battle. And in the battle of Mahabharata, not even a single drop of sweat did Krishna allow to glide down the face of Arjuna. That's what he did. He didn't allow. He became the chariot driver for Arjuna. He did so many things for Arjuna. So this is how Krishna reciprocates. And here we see whatever devotee is asking, Krishna is manifesting. Universal form, okay. Chaturbhuja Rupa, okay. All of us devotees, we have to understand. Instead of going and reading a big list in front of Lord Krishna, I want this, I want this, I want this. Better why, why don't we become a better devotee? And why don't we become intense devotee and give our entire life to the Lord? And at that time, we, without even asking, Krishna will be waiting. What do you want? Ask me. What do you want? Ask me. And we will not be asking. But what is our situation now? We are nowhere. And we go and we read a big list in front of Krishna. And Krishna is like, chalo, chalo, baad mein aao. Obviously, Krishna fulfills our desires even now. Yeah, but then we are actually, when we become nice devotees at that time without even telling, even without asking anything and everything, Krishna will do it. Then we can go back home, back to Godhead, that, Krishna will give us that. After reading this chapter, this thing, at least will be very clear to us that a devotee is a very privileged person. It's a privilege in various aspects, So why not opt for that? Why not just, not opt for doing some business with Krishna? I will give you this, you give me this. But here the devotee is like, I will give you this. Krishna is asking, what do you want? And devotee is like, I don't want anything. And then Krishna keeps waiting, ask me for something, ask me for something. And the devotee asks, please show me your four-handed form, Krishna. Please show me your universal form, Krishna. Please show me your two-handed form, Krishna. And Krishna is, इतना ही? Okay, ठीक है, I'm here. मैं दे देता हूँ darshan, no problem. It's a very, very wonderful thing, that all of us should focus on, especially now that we are hearing from Arjuna asking Krishna to show universal form, show me your four-handed and two-handed form. Srila Prabhupada is focusing on a very important point that at the start of first chapter, Arjuna was like, how can I kill Drona? How can I kill Bhishma? How can I kill my relatives and all that, right? When Krishna manifested his universal form to tell Arjuna, Hey Baba, you are not going to do anything. Can you see my teeth? I'm crushing everyone. Already everybody is killed by me. See Drona, Bhishma, all of them here. You just become my instrument, right? Nimitta matram savyasachin. Just to execute my plan. That's it. It's already done. You don't have any burden of killing them. I'll be doing it anyways. Or I have done it or anyways. So this is the reason why this universal form was manifested in front of Arjuna. What did Bhishma and Drona do? The problem is they didn't do anything. That was the big problem. When Draupadi was being disrobed and insulted in the court, right? They kept quiet, and that was the biggest offense they had committed. Very, very negative scene was happening in front of such great personalities, and they were as good as dead in Krishna's eyes. And Krishna had already killed them that time itself. Now Arjuna was just supposed to be here and just pick up his Gandiva, and then that's it. Lord Krishna continues, he continues to pacify Arjuna in this shloka. He says, don't get scared, I know I have showed you the cosmic form, but don't worry about it. Just come back to your, Preeti Manha, peaceful mind. Come back to this, shed your fear. So now Arjuna is in a mood of devotee. He is asking, please remove and show me your four-handed form. But Krishna knows. Krishna is like, Arjuna, I know what is in your mind. I know you will be very much interested to see my original form. I'll show you in this way. Krishna is kind of going to fulfill Arjuna's desire. Let's see that how he is going to fulfill. Sanjaya uvacha ityarjunam vasudevastatoktva swayam rupam darshayamasa bhuyah ashvasayamasa cha bhitamenam bhutva punah soumya vapur mahatma. Yes, Triveni Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Sanjay said to Dhritarashtra, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, having spoken this to Arjuna, displayed his real four-armed form and at last showed his two-armed form, thus encouraging the fearful Arjuna. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So Arjuna is requested, right? Four-handed form. So Krishna is going to fulfill that desire because Krishna is very, very merciful, very, very magnanimous. He is trying to accept the request of Arjuna. He is going to manifest it four-handed form. Sanjay is describing because, Arjuna cannot describe. Arjuna is seeing. Arjuna is relishing. So Arjuna is quiet. So who is describing? Sanjay. Sanjay is describing. He is telling to Dhritarashtra. And what is he is telling to Dhritarashtra what Arjuna is saying actually. So Sanjay Vacha, that is why. So he says, Iti Arjunam Vasudevas Tatha. So Tatha Uttva means Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, after speaking in that way to Arjuna, what had happened. Swakam Rupam Darshayamas Asa Bhuya. Krishna, what did he do? He showed Darshaya. Darshaya means showed. What did he show? His own form. Again, what form did Arjuna want to see? That Chaturbhuja. So he says Chaturbhuja. So he says he shows Chaturbhujena four-handed form. And then what form? Bhutva Punas Soumya Vapur Mahatma. After that, understanding the mood of Arjuna, after the four-handed form, what will Krishna do? Immediately, immediately he is going to show his Soumya Vapur Mahatma. So he will be showing his Soumya Rupa, which is two-handed form. Soumya, very sweet, it's beautiful, two-handed form. And the great one, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is doing all this for what? Ashvasayamasa cha bhitamenam. So it is to Ashvasayama, just to encourage. Who? Chabhitamenam. He is in a very fearful state, Arjuna, just to encourage him. So when Krishna appeared as son of Vasudeva and Devaki, he first showed his four-handed form, right? As was requested by his parents. Then he became a child. Krishna knew Arjuna was not interested in seeing that four-handed form, right? But Arjuna wanted to see. So Krishna said, okay, you want to see? I will show you. Srila Prabhupada states, the word Soumya Vapu is a very, very important word, he says, Srila Prabhupada. He says, because Soumya Vapu means a very beautiful form. It is known that it's very beautiful. Everyone is attracted by Krishna's form, because Krishna is the maintainer, the director of this whole universe. So that is why even in Brahma Samhita it is stated, Premanjana Charita Bhakti Vilochanena. By only love we can see Krishna. So Lord Krishna has shown his universal form. He showed his four-handed form then. So he started seeing Vishnu wearing, having a golden crown, and then the disc, the chakra, and then the gada, the mace, and the lotus flower and all. So it is full of Aishwarya Bhava, omniscience, omnipotent, majestic Rupa of Lord Krishna. With a lot of awe and reverence, we look at Lord Vishnu. How a citizens of a kingdom would look at the king. That kind of awe and reverence is there. But Arjun is not in that bhava. He's a friend. He's a Sakya bhava he is having for Lord Krishna. So that bhava is dominating actually, right? instead of awe and reverence. Right now, he is in awe and reverence after seeing the Chaturbhuja. So no, this awe and reverence will not satisfy him because he wants to be a friend of Lord Krishna. Because he played with Lord Krishna, he ate with him, he went around, he confided so many secrets with Lord Krishna, right? He had so many personal moments with Lord Krishna. So this Sakhya Bhava, that is much, much sweeter than Aishwarya Bhakti, right? So he just wants to see that. So what did Lord Krishna do? He hid his four-handed form because he understood what is going on in Arjuna's mind. Not that Arjuna asked for Chaturbhuja Rupena, right? And then Lord Krishna himself showed his Swamya Rupa, which is two-handed form. He just showed. Once when in the forest of Vrindavan, Lord Krishna was doing pastimes with his gopis, suddenly he disappeared from the scene, and after some time when they were calling out for Lord Krishna, he appeared, but he appeared in his four-handed form. So gopis looked at four-handed form of the Lord and he said, oh, Lord Vishnu is there, right? And they paid their obeisances, oh, Lord Vishnu is there, paid their, but they were not attracted to that form. They just moved on looking for Krishna because they want to play with Krishna. They were not looking for they were not in that Aishwarya Bhava, they were not in Aishwarya Bhakti. Prema Bhakti, completely, that Madhurya Bhakti. Lord Vishnu did not hold any kind of attraction for them, right? So when Radharani came, after seeing Lord Krishna came back to his original form, and then everybody came and started playing with him once they saw the most attractive form, two-handed form. So what happened to Arjuna after seeing the four-handed form, and then Swamya Vapur Mahatma after seeing the Swamya form of Lord Krishna? Let's see in the next verse. Sorry. Arjuna Uvacha Drishtvedam Manusham Rupam Tava Saumyam Janardana Idanimasmi Samvrittaha Sacheta Prakriti Kataha. Yes, please. Akash Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna Mataji. When Arjuna thus saw Krishna in his original form, he said, O Janardana, seeing this human-like form so very beautiful, I am now composed in mind and I am restored to my original nature. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So now he got Sakshat darshan of the four-handed form of the Lord, right? Holding Shank, Chakra, Gada and all. So without Arjuna's further request, he didn't even request further. Krishna himself manifested into that original two-handed form, holding the flute, and now he's very, very happy, very, very blissful, very, very calm, very, very, he's completely peaceful. And after taking that darshan, in that mood, Arjuna says that Drishtva Edam Manusham Rupam Tava Saumyam Janardana. Seeing your Saumya Rupa, your very beautiful form, O Krishna, O chastiser of enemies. Janardana means who's a chastiser of enemies. Idam Asmi Samvrittaha. Idam Asmi. Now I am settled. I am Samvrittaha. I am composed. Sacheta Prakritim Gataha. Sacheta, I have returned. I have come back. My Chetana has come back. Prakritim Gataha, in my consciousness. Completely, my Chetana is completely returned. Gataha, completely returned. Sacheta. Chetana means consciousness. It's back. I'm back, says Arjuna. To what? To my own nature, my own Prakritim. So he says, I have come back to my own nature. So Arjuna is back to his original nature. He is calm, he is composed, he is peaceful, he is blissful, he is happy. So what is he saying? He says, I am back. So he is back in his original state as friend of Lord Krishna. Very, very intimate associate of Lord Krishna. Srila Prabhupada says, Manusham Rupam. What does it mean? It means that as soon as we hear the word Manusham Rupam, it clearly indicates all the Manusha have two-handed forms, right? So as soon as it's stated that Drishtvedam Manusham Rupam, Srila Prabhupada says, he has come back into originally two-handed form. Krishna has shown his universal form. Krishna showed his Chaturbhuja Rupam, but now he has come back to Manusham Rupam. Srila Prabhupada says, it means he has come back to his two-handed form. So seeing Lord Krishna in this beautiful form, two-handed form, it kind of boosted Arjuna's confidence. It strengthened Arjuna's sentiment of Sakhya Bhav. He regained his composure. He was so fearful. He was so overwhelmed. Now he's back to normal. 51st shloka, he is back to normal. After seeing the universal form throughout, imagine what kind of nightmare he was going through. So he is back to normal now in 51st shloka. And seeing Krishna's pastimes with Pandavas, Narad Muni, he had earlier told Yudhishthir Maharaj, what he said? He said, Gudham Param Brahma Manushyalinga. He told in Bhagavatam. He told Maharaj Yudhishthir. What did he say? You know what? Lord Krishna, where is he living? He is living with you, just like your brother. So he's living in your own house. Supreme Personality of Godhead. Just imagine. Gudham, he is a Gudham. Param Brahma, he is Param Brahma. But he is living like Manushya Lingam. He is living with you. Arjuna was so habituated, to having that privilege of talking and interacting with Lord Krishna, like I'm just a brother or a friend. So habituated. That's why he was so fearful so far. Now he is composed. So in this way, he's busy taking darshan of Lord Saumya Rupa. Now Lord will start speaking. Let's see what Lord has to say. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Sudurdarshamidam Rupam Drishtavanasi Yanmama Deva Apyasya Rupasya Nityam Darshina Kankshinaha. Yes, please, Krishna Prasad Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, My dear Arjuna, this form of mine you are now seeing is very difficult to behold. Even the demigods are ever seeking the opportunity to see this form, which is so dear. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So Arjuna was a very fortunate one, right? He could get the darshan of universal form of the Lord. After that, he got the darshan of four-handed form, Chaturbhuja Rupam. And then Lord himself showed the original Swarupa, two-handed form. From this we understand. See, Lord Krishna understood the desire of his devotee, right? That's why he removed the universal form of his universal form, showed four-handed form. Without even Arjuna requesting, he displayed his two-handed form. That, enchanted Arjuna so much. Arjuna in previous shloka, he says, okay, Krishna, I am back to my original self. I am composed now. I am back to myself. And so when Arjuna has stopped saying, okay, now I am okay, then Krishna started speaking. So Krishna is acknowledging, whatever Arjuna has said. So Bhagavanu Vacha, that is Krishna is speaking. Supreme Personality of Godhead is speaking. He says, Sudur Darsham Idam Rupam. Drishtavan Asim Yan Mama. So what does it mean? This Rupam of mine that you have seen. Drishtvan Asi that you have seen. Very difficult to see. Sudur Darshan. Very difficult. Durdarsham means very difficult to see. Now Lord is going to tell why is it so difficult to see. Because he says, Deva Asya Rupasya Nityam Darshina Kankshina. The Devas, the Devatas, the demigods, actually, you know what? They, Nityam, eternally, they are trying, Kankshina, aspiring to see. Darshana, take my darshan. What is darshana kankshina? What kind of darshan they want to see? This form of mind. Asya rupasya, this form of mind. They are waiting to see. So Krishna is glorifying his own form. So many are hankering. All the Devi Devatas are hankering. All, what you have got to see, what you have seen, what the darshan that you have got. Very, very rare darshan, Arjuna. Very, very rare. In 48th shloka, Krishna had told that universal form cannot be seen by even if we did many pious activities or sacrifice or tap or what was that? Naveda yajna dayanena dane Nacha kriya na tapobi ugraihi. That's what he said, right? He said, whatever you may do, tapasya you do, dan you do, austerity you do, whatever you do, it's not easy to behold this universal form of. That's the reason Lord says in this one. Sudo darsham idam rupam. Very difficult to see. He says, you know, universal form is very difficult, even if you do so many things. And here Lord Krishna is trying to tell, two-handed form is still more confidential, still more difficult to see. Even when he came, not everybody knew he was Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Srila Prabhupada states in his purport, he says, one may be able to see universal form of Krishna by doing penances and activities and pious activities, danas. But of course, bhakti is needed. Otherwise, you can't see that. But Krishna says, seeing the two-handed form of Krishna also is still more difficult to see. Just imagine. Universal form after doing so much with divine grace, with lot of bhakti, maybe you may see, maybe 5%. But Lord Krishna's two-handed form, much more difficult to see. So after showing this universal form, and he says, it's unavailable to anyone, but you, Arjuna. He did not want to did not want Arjuna to slacken his love for himself, for Lord, That's why he says, Arjuna, whatever you have witnessed, you know what? Itna easy nahi hai. Nobody can see it. It's very rare. And Krishna says, even Devi Devtas, Deva Apasya Rupasya, Nityam Darshana Kanchana, they also are hankering, They are also wanting to see. They cannot see. Everybody cannot approach God so easily. So I am standing right before you, Arjuna. This is what you're seeing. Thing is, it is not possible by any amount of Vedic scriptures, study or swadhyaya or austerity or fire sacrifices. Basic spiritual principle is God cannot be known by our own strength. That's the baseline I could understand. By our own effort, we cannot understand God. Conclusion is, we can even to see the universal form of Krishna is very, very, very difficult. Not possible for anyone and everyone. It is still much more difficult to understand his personal form as Shyama Sundar. So Krishna is going to tell that God cannot be known by spiritual discourses or using our intellect and all. If you say, oh, I want to use my intellect and understand God, no, it's not possible, says Krishna. Let's see that. Naham vedena tapasa nadanena chejaya shakyam shakya evam vido drashtum drishtavanase mam yatha. Yes, please.
Hare Krishna. Mataji. Hare Krishna. The form you are seeing with your transcendental eyes cannot be understood simply by studying the Vedas, nor by undergoing serious penances, nor by charity, nor by worship. It is not by this means that one can see me as I am. Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you so much.
So Krishna, he told Arjuna, you are so fortunate, you are so lucky, you got my universal form ka darshan. After that, you got my original Swarupa also you could see, Chaturbhuja Rupa also you could see, even my original Swarupa, Devi Devtas are hankering to see that, Deva Apasya Rupasya, Nityam Darshana Kankshina, they are always waiting to see take my darshan. So he is talking about how now Krishna is going to speak about how can this universal form be accessed, or let's say, to be more precise, how it cannot be accessed. This is what Lord is going to talk about. He says, Drishtavan asimam yatha. Drishtavan. What form? Seeing. Drishti means see. So seeing. What form? The universal form. Seeing as you have seen, Arjuna, what you have seen, it cannot be understood. This form of mind. How? By he says, na aham vedailna. By Vedas, by study of Vedas. Na tapasa, by doing serious penances. Na danena, by doing charity. Na cha ijjaya, also by worship. Then he is emphasizing more and more. He says, na aham sakhya evam vidatrashtum. It is not possible to see him, me, aham sakhya. You cannot see me by above all these activities that I have mentioned right now. Not possible to see. So Lord said something similar in 48th shloka also, right? He said, na veda yajna dhanena danai, nacha kriyabhirna tapobhi ugrahi. There also he said something similar. So he is kind of endorsing this point again and again. Important point that he has made is Lord Krishna is saying that these are different processes that many people actually do, they take up, okay, let me do some dana, maybe something good will happen. Let me do some tapasya, let me do some yajna, let me do this pious activity. Lord Krishna is affirming this point, reaffirming actually, I should say, that they cannot access my by doing all this. Srila Prabhupada mentions in his purport, about the pastime of the Lord when Krishna wanted to appear before Devaki and Vasudeva. How did he appear? He entered into, Srila Prabhupada says, he entered into the mind of Devaki, he entered into the heart of Devaki, he entered into the womb of Devaki, just appeared in front of him, front of both of them in full youthful four-handed form. And after Devaki my requests and Vasudeva requests, they were in that Vatsalya Bhava, parental affection. So please come, become a small child, So, we can hide you from Kamsa. They're so scared of Kamsa Maharaj. At that time, he was so merciful from four-handed form. He became a small child for them. Now, this mystery that is there about the form of the Lord, it cannot be understood by people. Srila Prabhupada says that mystery is very difficult to be understood by people who are not into this Krishna consciousness, or who are not into this devotional service, or who are atheist and all. They cannot. There are so many who have done PhD in Bhagavad Gita. There are so many who have done PhD in Bhagavatam. So many who have done PhD in so many other Vedic literature, but they have not become devotees. They know, they have that knowledge, but they are not into devotional service. They have not become devotees. They have not attained Krishna. They have not realized Krishna. They have not become self-realized. Why? Because they're studying to understand the meaning. It's on a gross platform. Lord says, you cannot attain me like that. You cannot attain me by doing all this. That's what Lord is telling here. Someone will say, I will do severe austerity, how Hiranyakashipu had done. I will do a lot of charity, all different things. Lord is trying to convey to us, like over here. Till we add that tinge of bhakti in it to do all this, it won't work. It means we're still on material platform. Even going to the temple, offering some worship, that also will be on material platform if bhakti is not there. If there is only business mentality, when people go to the temple, what do? Generally, not devotees. When they go, they have some deal with the Lord. Okay, I will give you this. I need this. Please give me. No, please also. I am giving you this. Please give me this. This is the dealing that is there. So Lord says that's still material platform. Nobody can attain me. Bhakti means what? Selfless service, devotional service. Ahaituki apratihata. So there's no motivation behind the service. I'm doing this for this reason. There is no motivation. There is no reason. I want to do it because I want to love you. I want to do it because I want to do it for you. So devotee renders service. He does it to the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. And apratihata, there is no, even after there is no, reciprocation from the Lord, still devotional service is never, Bhagwan ne kuch kiya nahi, aaj se main aapki puja nahi karungi. Nothing like that. There is no interruption in devotional service. Apratihata, uninterrupted, unmotivated service to the Lord. That is devotional service. That is bhakti. And only by such bhakti, Krishna can be accessed. That's what Lord Krishna is saying. And that is the point that we also need to understand. Krishna will not melt with all this that we will do. We'll become great scholar. I will read full Bhagavad Gita. I will learn all the Bhagavad Gita shlokas by heart, Bhagavatam shlokas by heart. Everything I will learn. I will do all Vedic scriptures. Main pura pad lungi. I will just by heart everything. Arey, you may be the greatest scholar. What are we in front of Lord Krishna? We may be the greatest scholar, but Krishna is the greatest scholar. Just say 45 minutes, he just stood there. He spoke whole of Bhagavad Gita. Vedvyas is literally incarnation of the Lord. He wrote all the Puranas, all the Itihas, all the 108 Upanishads, everything, Aranyakas, so many other scriptures he wrote. In front of them, what are we? What we will do? We may quote some shlokas that we have learned just to impress him. Will he get impressed? Then when it comes to tapasya, Lord says tapasya. What tapasya we can do in front of the Lord? Lord is the greatest tapasvi. What can we do as Nar Narayan Rishi? He is doing tapasya from so thousands and thousands of years and still doing for it. God knows eternal we will do. What kind of tapasya we can do in front of the Lord? What charity can we do in front of Lord? Whose money? Whose money are we giving in charity? Everything belongs to Krishna. And we are like thieves, we take something from that and we give it to someone else and we call it charity. What charity can we do? What we will impress Krishna by doing charity? When it comes to worship also, by superficially showing worship, what are we trying to impress Krishna for? All the paraphernalia, all the stuff that we use for worship, who does this belong to? Krishna. Same paraphernalia, we will take all the thali, everything, and we say we are giving you this, Krishna. Krishna is like, what are you saying? Everything belongs to me. So we understand that after doing, when we do such things on material platform, Krishna's mercy can never be attracted. That's what we understand from the shloka. We can never access Krishna's attribute of a name, form, qualities, pastimes of the Lord. We cannot. It's very, very, you can say, inaccessible to people on material platform. But when we have some bhakti in it, some element of selflessness, then what happens? Maybe, I don't know, maybe by Krishna's sweet will, maybe he will show some mercy on us. He will reveal himself to us. And then when we become more intense in our devotional service, then he may reveal to us. It's his wish. It's up to him. But when it's pure devotees are there, they who engage in devotion to him, they become recipients of his grace, pure devotees. Then because of his grace, they are easily able to know him. Nayam Atma Pravachanena Labhyo na Medhaya na Bahuna Shutena. It's in Mundaka Upanishad, it's written very, very nice verse that I liked. God cannot be known either by pravacham. Even you give lot of pravacha like we do spiritual discourses, we say, right? Lord cannot be known by that. Lord cannot be known by medhaya, by our own intellect. No, Lord cannot be known. Lord cannot be known by, bahuda. We have heard so much shrutena, bahuda shrutena. We are hearing, a lot of teachings we are hearing from here, there, everywhere. I'm doing so much of devotional service the whole day. I heard 2 hours of this, I did 2 hours of that, 10 hours of this, I did 5 hours of that, everything I've done. God cannot be known. So Lord is telling, He's saying, you cannot know me like this. There has to be bhakti there. So Lord is telling, in fact, He is glorifying bhakti here. So He's saying activities which are listed in Shastras, by this you cannot access my original form. But if none of these means, it can help us to realize God, to see His personal form, then how can He be seen in this manner? And this question, if it comes, that Krishna, how to access you? How to get your Sakshat Darshan of yours, Krishna? I want to get your Sakshat Darshan, Krishna. I want to see this beautiful form of yours, Krishna, of this beautiful form of Shyam Sundar. Krishna says, wait a minute. I'll tell you in the next shloka. And he's going to reveal the secret. Let's see that. He says, Bhaktya tvananyaya shakya ahamevam vidhorjuna jnatum drashtum cha tatvena praveshtum cha parantapa. Yes, please. Triveni Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. My dear Arjuna, only by undivided devotional service can I be understood as I am standing before you, and you thus can see directly. Only in this way you can enter into the mysteries of my understanding. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. In previous shloka, Lord Krishna was glorifying bhakti, right? Indirectly. He says, above processes, whatever processes I'm telling you, you cannot access me, right? In this shloka, Lord is going to emphasize on what is that process by which we can access Krishna. What is that process by which we can get Sakshat darshan of Lord Krishna? So Lord says, Arjuna, param tapa, oh, you defeat so many enemies, defeated so many enemies. So he's telling, bhaktya tvananyaya shakya. After telling you that by study of Vedas, not by austerities, not by charity, not by worship, now he's telling bhaktya to ananyaya shakya. He's not telling, okay, you have to study Vedas or do you have to worship or you have to do austerity and all. He says, but shakya. Shakya means it's only possible, only and only possible by ananya bhaktya. Very clearly stated in this verse. Bhaktya ananyaya shakya. You cannot get by any other way. No other way is possible. It is only possible by undivided devotional service. Without any mixed, mishra bhakti. Jnana mishra bhakti, karma mishra bhakti. No. No, you can't use your own intellect. Medhaya. No, speculative knowledge. Why you need Ananya Bhakti? So Lord says, Aham evam vidhorjuna. Aham evam vidhorjuna. And then he says, Jnatum drashtum cha tatvena praveshtum cha. So he's saying to know me, Jnatum, to know me, to understand me, to see. And in fact, tatvena, drashtum is see. Jnatum means to know me, understand me. Tattva, and understand my tattva. You need to enter. You have to enter into the mysteries of my pravesh karo, you pravesh karo. You have to get inside to be able to understand the mysteries of my understanding, to understand my tattva. You have to praveshtum parantapa. You have to get inside. Very, very emphatic point Krishna has made over here. In the second last verse of this chapter, actually, he is saying that it is only and only by ananya bhakti. And it is only possible, shakya, it is only possible to understand me by if you want to get my sakshat darshan. So you want to see my Shyama Sundar darshan? So in previous shloka, what Krishna was telling, naham veder na tapasa na dane na chejya. So let's try to understand how these activities, when they have element of bhakti, how Krishna reveals. These activities can be converted into the activities of devotional service. How can they be converted? Srila Prabhupada tells us. He says, first, when we study scriptures, we cannot understand Krishna by our own speculation. Very clear, right? Very clear. We cannot understand. We have to sit with a lot of books, go through it, try to speculate, then try to understand Krishna. That's not possible. We cannot just sit alone and try to understand Krishna. In Vedic scriptures, they are regulative principles. Those principles of devotional service, we have to use it. We have to imbibe it in our day-to-day life. And what are those devotional principles? Very clearly, it is written in Bhagavatam. Prahlad Maharaj had told, right? Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmani Vedanam, right? All these 9 processes are already there. Shravanam, we have to hear, chant Krishna's name, glory. Vishnu Smaranam, keep thinking, meditate on Lord. Pada Sevanam, we have to serve the Lord. Archanam, we have to worship the Lord. So many, we have to do all this and we have to apply this in our day-to-day life. That's what Srila Prabhupada says. Many times, what happens? We just want to read Bhagavad Gita. That's it. But what is Krishna telling over here? Saying, who will apply that? Your reading is fine. It's like reading a novel. What will happen? It will remain a novel for us then. We may feel good. Okay, I have read Bhagavad Gita. Oh, I have read so many times Bhagavad Gita. But the word na is used repeatedly, if you have noticed that, right? Na vederna yajna na, every time is repeatedly used in previous verse. What does it indicate? We should not be proud of ourselves. Oh, I have read so much. I have got this, this certificate from this institute. I have got academic education. I have done this Vedic literature. I am so and so Pandit. I know everything. Nothing. We have to take devotion. It is there. Krishna is bringing us down to the ground. Simple. Is saying, do your devotional service. You actually apply the principles of Bhagavad Gita. I'm telling you Bhagavad Gita because you have to apply principles of Bhagavad Gita. And then There will be some transformation in the heart. And if you really, really want to see the magic of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says you have to apply Bhagavad Gita in day-to-day life. And that is what Gauranga Prabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has easily given us the mantra, chant the holy names of the Lord. We have to remember the Lord. Chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare all the time. And by Lord's mercy, maybe we will be able to remember his threefold form, bending form, we'll be able to remember his wonderful pastime. Yasya deva para bhaktir yatha deve tatha guru tasyate katita hai artha prakashante mahatmana. So it is such beautiful one. These teachings teach us that only by Guru, Guru can bear the fruit only. For those who want to cherish, who want to have that devotion for the Lord and for the teacher, for the Guru, it is only God who teaches his devotee or his disciple through a Guru who is illumined, completely having great knowledge, to a human teacher. That's how we come to know. That is why that Guru is necessary in our life, so that we have our spiritual Guru, Srila Prabhupada. We are reading his books. Through his books, Srila Prabhupada had told in Vrindavan also, that through my books, you will be able to understand, you will be able to know. As you know, a man whose clothes are under fire, what does he want? He wants nothing, but he wants to soak himself in water, right? Because he doesn't want fire in his clothes. Hungry man, what does he want? He wants nothing, but he wants some food. Give me, mujhe thoda khana de do. Similarly, a noble aspirant who is wanting to, he is completely in miseries in this material world. Dukkhalaya shashvatam. What does he want? He wants to seek nothing but the grace of the Guru. He wants nothing, but through who? Through Guru, he will be able to know the Lord. There is this one, what's that? Guru Govind do khade kake lago paye, Balihari Guru aapne Govind diyo bataye. When Guru and Govind are both standing, I am first going down to my Guru, because it's through Guru that I came to know who Govind is. Guru Govind do khade, both are standing. Kake lago paye, whose feet should I touch? Balihari Guru aapne Govind diyo bataye. I want to touch yours first, Guru, because you are the one who told me who Govind is. So, but because of the grace of the Guru, we will come to know, we'll get the knowledge of the Lord. Otherwise, knowledge of the Lord is very hard to attain. So in this verse, Lord Krishna is very clearly emphasizing on the word bhakti. Bhaktya tvananyaya. That is how you can attain me. Because in 48 shloka also he stated, universal form, it can be seen only by devotion. In this verse also, Lord Krishna is saying that two-armed form, that I am standing right before you, Arjuna, that can be only realized through bhakti. We have so many shlokas to back this statement, right? In Bhagavatam, Uddhava was there. He wanted to know what is the process of today. I may take just 10-15 minutes more, if can you please bear with me today. I'll finish this off. He says he desired to see, he wanted to know about the devotional service. So Lord Krishna had told him, Na sadhayati mam yogo na sakhyam dharma uddhava, na swadhyay, na tapasa, tyago yatha bhaktir mamorjita. Very clearly he told, I will come under the control of my devotees. They can win me. But those who engage in devotion can never attain me by just practicing some kind of Ashtanga yoga or Sakya or any other stuff. You doing dharma or tapas or whatever. That's what he's saying. And immediately next shloka, he says, Bhaktya hame kaya grahya shraddhaya atma priya sata. So he's saying, I can be only attained by through bhaktya. So who are engaged in my bhakti and they are having complete faith, those are dear to me. When we read Ramayana also, it is very clearly written over there, that milahin na raghupati binu anuraga keen jaga tapa jnana viraga. Without devotion, no one can attain God, no matter whatever we may try to do. That's what he says. And this way he wonderfully describes the devotional service. So in next verse, Lord Krishna will describe what bhakti, which is the last shloka of the day. Matkarma krunmat paramaha madbhakta sangha varjitaha nirvaira sarva bhuteshu yasamameti pandava. Hare Krishna. Yes, please. Rajeshri Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. My dear Arjuna, he who engages in my pure devotional service, free from the contamination of creative activities and mental speculation, he who works for me, who makes me the supreme goal of his life, and who is friendly to every living being, he certainly comes to me. Hare Krishna
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. And last shloka of this chapter, very, very important shloka, essence of Gita. So Krishna is saying, oh Pandava, mat karma krut, one who is engaged in my work. Mat parama, who considers me param, the supreme. Mat bhakta, who is engaged in my bhakti or devotional service. Sangha varjita, who is free from all this contamination of, this fruitive contamination or mental speculation. They are away from that. Nirvaira sarvabhuteshu. They don't have any enemy among all such entities. Such a person, Krishna says, Yasamameva. Yasamam. Such a person certainly comes to. Yasamameti Pandava. Oh Pandava, oh son of Pandava. So we all know goal of life. Go back home, go to Godhead, right? Go back home. So very nicely has put different activities Lord is saying. Srila Prabhupada says, we want to be connected to Supreme Personality of Godhead, we should take up this formula. Apply it in our life. Srila Prabhupada says, that's the essence of Bhagavad Gita. End of 9th chapter, Lord Krishna had told, fix his mind upon him and be devoted to him. Then to enhance devotion, Arjuna wanted to know more. So he revealed further secrets in 10th and 11th chapters. Previous verse, he said, Bhaktya Ananyaya, supremacy of bhakti, right? Now he is highlighting 5 characteristics of this. What is that? Perform all your duties for my sake. Mat karma. These accomplished devotees who are there, they do not divide their work. Okay, this is my material work, this is my spiritual work. No. They perform every work for the pleasure of God. There is no division there. So every act is for God. Like Ambrish Maharaj, he used all his senses for the devotional service of the Lord. Savaya Manah Krishna Padara Vindyo, right? So as far as work is concerned, one should transfer his energy entirely for Krishna conscious activities. It is stated in Nectar of Devotion also, right? Anasaktasya Vishayan Yathartham Upayunjitah Nirbandha Krishna Sambandhe Yuktam Vairagyam Uchyate. No work should be done by any man except in relationship with Krishna. Anything to do, it has to be in relation to Krishna. That's called Krishna Karma. That's what Srila Prabhupada says in his purport. And then second point, Lord Krishna is saying, Mat Paramaha, they depend on me. They rely upon me. All the spiritual practices, everything they are dependent upon me because of his grace that is happening, right? Not by spiritual practice, because of Lord's grace. His exclusive devotees, they do not rely upon their devotion. They are not, main kuch kar raha hu. I will attain him because of my devotion. That's not there. They place their entire faith on his grace alone. It's not that I have done this many rounds, I have done this Ekadashi, I have done this, I have read Bhagavad Gita, I have read Bhagavatam, so God will grace. No, they are not doing that. They do not rely upon their devotion to attain him. Rather, opposite. They place their entire faith, his grace alone, and see their devotion. Okay, I'm doing this. Maybe I will attract your divine grace. That's the mood. Then third point that we're saying, Mad Bhakta, they are devoted to me. Devotees do not feel, okay, I will perform this, do this yajna, this performance, I will do Ashtanga Yoga, I will do. No, everything is for God. Completely, they are beholding the Lord who is pervading everything. Hanumanji had no other goal but to serve Lord Ram. I have a nice, beautiful story to share here if I remember. But I know lack of time, but I still want to share. So one day, Sita Mata was entering Ramji's room. So Lord Hanuman also wanted to enter. Lord Ram said, no, you cannot enter this room. Hanumanji said, Sita Mataji is entering. Why can't I? He's so innocent, in his devotional service towards Lord Ram. So just to convince Lord Hanumanji, Lord Ram said, Sita ji, is having a sindoor on her forehead, so she can enter the room. So Hanumanji came out and he started thinking for a while. Then he said, oh, sindoor is the qualification to enter the room. Next day when Sita Mata was putting sindoor, he went and asked her, Sita Mataji, this, what is this you are putting? And Sita Mataji treated Hanumanji like a son only, right? So Hanumanji asked why. She smiled. She said, if I keep sindoor, it will elongate my husband's, my Prabhuji's lifespan. So he said, oh, wow. So Hanumanji went to shops and he started he got full sacks of sindoor and he poured all over his body. Sindoor from head to toe. Then he came to the palace. Ramji saw Hanumanji and they started laughing. Sita Mata also started laughing. She understood. She told Ramji, so you know what I told him like this, that it will increase your lifespan. So now if small amount Sita ji is putting and it can increase lifespan of Ram, how much will it increase if we put all over his body? That's how Hanumanji's mood is, devotee's mood. Ramji will live eternally forever because of this sindoor that I have applied throughout my body. Pure love Hanumanji had for Ram. What is the moral of this story is, Hanumanji knows that Lord Ram is Supreme Personality of Godhead. His unlimited love for Ramji. He thought sindoor will keep him throughout his life, increase his life. And sometimes, we also behave. One day, if we are late in offering bhoga, we feel, oh, Krishna is hungry and we want to prepare bhoga quickly. Due to our love for Krishna, we feel like that, But it means we are building a very nice relationship with him. Even Devaki Mataji also, she was, she said, oh Krishna, oh Madhusudana, because of your appearance, I am a little bit anxious, because I'm afraid of Kamsa. Please arrange something for that Kamsa, He should not understand you have taken birth from a bone. He should not know I'm scared. She was scared. She could not believe that Kamsa Kamsa would be unable to kill Krishna. She didn't know that because of her pure love for Krishna, That is why she was not able to understand about that nobody can kill Krishna. Hanumanji always introduced himself as servant of Krishna, of Lord Ram. He would never say, I am Hanuman, I am great, or I am powerful, or whatever. So we should be in that mood. We should always remember that we are eternal servants of the Lord. Completely surrender to Lord Krishna, become his servant, and keep chanting Hare Krishna mantra. And of course, next point was the fourth point. They are free from, what was that? Sangha Varjita, free from attachment. Devotion means what? We have to engage our mind. How is it possible? When we detach our mind from the world. So these pure devotees, they are free. They are free from all these worldly attachments. Whenever it is time for chanting, they shut down everything and they chant and chant alone. So Sangha Varjita, they disassociate, means associate with whatever is nothing to do with Krishna. Nothing to do with Krishna, they will disassociate. So that's what it means. Even in a nectar of devotion, Anya Abhilashita Shunyam, Jnana Karmadi Anavritam, Anukulyen Krishna Anu Shilanam Bhaktir Uttamam. That's the Uttam Bhakti, where we just make everything away from, whatever is nothing to do with Krishna, we just make it zero. Everything for Krishna. So fifth word is nirvaira, no malice against anybody. If heart is filled with hatred, for example, how can we have any devotion for the God? So these pure devotees, they do not have any hatred for anyone. Somebody must have even harmed them, still they will not, because they will think God is residing in everyone. Okay, it's fine, forgive them. Anukulyasya sankalpa pratikulasya varjanam. Right? It's written. Srila Prabhupada stated that. So one should think of Krishna, act for Krishna favorably, not act against or unfavorably. Like Kamsa. How was Kamsa? He was an enemy of Lord Krishna, right? Very beginning, before Krishna was born only, he was thinking about Krishna, how to kill him. He was planning, making so many plans because he was always unsuccessful, right? Always 24/7 he was thinking of Krishna while working, sleeping, eating, going anywhere. He was thinking of Krishna. He was always in Krishna consciousness, but in a negative way. But that's not favorable, right? So instead of thinking of Krishna 24 hours a day, he was considered a demon. Krishna at last killed him. Of course, he got salvation because Krishna killed him. But that is not our aim. That's not the aim of any pure devotee. They are not like that. Pure devotee does not want salvation. They don't want mukti. They don't want to be, they are not worried about Goloka Vrindavan also. Their only objective is serve Krishna, serve Krishna, serve Krishna. Wherever I am, just serve Krishna. So that's the purport of this 11th chapter, that form of Krishna is essential, it's supreme. And devotee who is in Krishna consciousness, I always love this shloka, so I'll say again. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. So they always, we should pay our respectful obeisances to the Lord, who is the son of Vasudeva and Devaki, of course, and who is the beloved of Vrindavan, So I need to pay obeisances. We all need to pay obeisances. Nama Pankajamala, Nama Pankajanabhaya, Nama Pankajamaline, Nama Pankajanetraya, Namaste Pankajangraye. So we should always offer our obeisances to the Lord, whose nabhi or the abdomen is marked with having a small depression of a lotus flower, and who is always having this mala, Nama mala is wearing, and then his netra, it is as cool as a lotus, and his Namaste Pankajangra, his feet is engraved with lotuses. So this is what I always think of when we think of 11th chapter. So this is the essence of Bhagavad Gita. Mat Karmakrit, engaged in doing my work. Mat Parma, make me the supreme goal. Mat Bhakta, engage in my devotional service. Sangha Varjita, free from contamination of fruitive acts and mental speculation. Nirvaira Sarva Bhuteshu, don't have any hatred towards anyone. Be friendly to all, and then you will be able to attain me. So we did 1 to 8, Arjuna's request, Krishna's description of his universal form, 9 to 31. Sanjaya described universal form, 32 to 34. He told time I am become my instrument, Nimitta Matram. 35 to 46, Arjuna prayed to the universal form. 47 to 55, Krishna says only pure devotees can see his two-armed form. So with this we finish. Vancha kalpata rupyascha kripa sindhubhya vicha patitanam pavnebhyo vaishnavyo namo. Om Tat Saditi Srimad Bhagavad Gita Supanishad Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Vishwa Rupa Darshana Namo Ekadashodhyayaha. So we'll say Yadakshara Padabrashtam Matra Inam Tu Yad Bhavet Tat Sarvam Kshamitam Deva Narayan Namostute Visarga Bindu Matrani Padapadaksharaani Cha Nyunani Cha Tiriktani Kshamasva Purushottama. Because we may have uttered something wrong, we may have uttered some shloka wrong or some pronunciation wrong, we are asking for forgiveness. Om Achyutaya Nama, Om Anantaya Nama, Om Vasudevaya Nama, Om Govindaya Nama. Shri Krishna Arpanamastu, Sarvam Shri Krishna Arpanamastu, Hari Om Shri Krishna Nama. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, everyone.